Hello. Here is a 5-gallon air compressor with this pressure regulator that doesn't exist anymore. Fixing this will not be easy because the regulator is part of the manifold that holds gauges, valves, and ports. I couldn't find the replacement part, so I must figure out how to fix it. Let's take it off of the compressor and take a closer look at it. I will simply cut out the old regulator and put this one instead. I will mark the cuts, leaving some room for nipples. Measure 4 times, cut once. The new regulator will not have the gauge, so this opening will be plugged. Unfortunately, the holes in this manifold are eccentric. I have to drill the hole bigger anyhow for the threads, so I will use this step drill to move this hole to the center. The step drill will not bend like a regular drill would do. The regular drill is quite long. It will follow into the existing hole, bend, and even break. To make everything more rigid, I will use my drill press with the table set up at this angle. As you can see, the drill is shaving material from the wall that contains more of it. I mark the depth of the drill, how far I can go. Now I must drill for the thread a little bit deeper and straight. Here is the outcome. Obviously, I blow out all the shavings with compressed air. Some lubrication for the top. It is important to start the thread straight. Now I cut it in and back up to break the chips. Cut it and back up. Same story on the other side. Tapping. Let's see what we got here. I hope that with the Teflon tape the bolt holes will line up. The orientation of the regulator is important. One way only. This manifold is made of aluminum and it cracked when I forced the nipples in. I cut along the cracks with a Dremel and filled it with JB Weld. I put JB Weld on the threads and hand tightened the nipples. If I ever do a similar repair again, I will go straight with the epoxy. I built some more epoxy over the repair area, just in case. The plug in the regulator is JB welded too. Let's assemble everything together. This time I use tape because the body of the regulator looks solid. And maybe in the future I will need to replace it again. Sweet. Even the openings for the bolts are aligned perfectly. The new old manifold meets the compressor again. For now, I will use zip ties. Tighten it. Is it gonna go kaboom, Kowalski? The compressor turns off at 110 psi. Let's pressurize outlets. And it holds. The regulator knob is too big. Doesn't go through the gauge plate. I will open it up a little bit. The cut is not pretty, but this compressor will go to a construction site, not a beauty contest. I file sharp edges so nobody can sue me for finger cuts. Let's assemble it. Everything is back together. It looks like the transplant is accepted.